Hello, Scorpio. What is good with you? It is now time for your November 2022 main monthly reading. If you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading, the information is in the description of this video. So take a look down there for everything you need to know. All right, we're going to start this off here with the singles and your love interest. Let's see what's generally happening between the single Scorpios and the person they are interested in the most. What's up, people? How y'all doing? Who we got in here? Young 19, Jamie, D. What's up, y'all? Kimberly, Lisa. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you. Let's see what's generally happening. What's happening generally between Scorpio and the person they are thinking about the most. All right, two more. Ooh, 6 of Pentacles. 7 of Pentacles. 6 and 7. That's interesting. Came out in chronological order. Hierophant. Well, the one thing that I can see right now is you ain't got your eye on nobody else but this person, right? Maybe there for a little bit, you possibly could have had a few people in mind. But for those of you who have had your eye on a few different people, I think the more time passes, there's this one particular person that you're just narrowing in on. And it's telling me you stalk them like crazy, too. Are y'all over the social media and whatnot, seeing what they're up to? For some of you, it could be a co-worker. I'm not really seeing anything indicating anybody higher up than you, but I guess for some of you, it could possibly be a boss or a manager. But with the 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, not a lot of action, not a lot of movement. Not really. This makes you a little bit nervous and a little bit restless. Yeah, 9 of Swords, 4 of Swords reversed. Okay. But Ace of Pentacles reversed. Not seeing a lot happening. Ooh, somebody's guarded. Who's guarded? Is that you? And Queen. Okay, so I pulled out so many cards trying to see some kind of indication of movement, action, you know, and it does not look like it's happening. It really doesn't. Okay. So, like, I think for a lot of you, and I know I say coworker every time, but this the coworker card came out. So, especially if you're dealing with a coworker, it looks like the two of you are just doing your normal thing, going to work, you know, associating as coworkers, and it doesn't look like much is moving beyond that. Let's see how this person perceives you. How do they feel about you? Are they interested? Is this person interested? 7 of Pentacles reversed. Okay. 2 more. Ace of Pentacles reversed again. 6 of Wands, Ace of Swords. Okay, oh, Knight of Swords reversed. Well, I do not have one single cup on the table here. Oh, scratch that. 6 of Cups in the reverse. So I'm not really seeing an emotional connection. I'm not. I do think this person does enjoy talking to you. You know, they sometimes find it hard to talk to you. Like maybe they feel like the two of you communicate a little bit differently. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords reversed. So they enjoy talking to you, but sometimes they find it kind of hard to talk to you. Maybe a little bit awkward, a little bit weird, but, and again, well, for some of you, it could be, here's the boss card. So it could be your boss for some of you. But 2 of Swords reversed. Yeah, no, I'm not seeing that this person is thinking about it that way. We're going to look at the advice here in a minute and see if it would be a good idea to pursue this. Okay. We're going to look and see if that'd be a good idea here in a minute. Let's just go ahead and get a few cards for an outcome, though. Let's get a few cards for an outcome. See if any action is happening at all. Emperor again. Now, there's the waiting card. There's the waiting card. So throughout the month of November, if you don't make a move, I'm not seeing anything happening here. Would it be a good idea for Scorpio to pursue this? What would happen? Oh, I've been forgetting to call out the major arcana. Here I have Aries and Pisces. All right. What's the advice? Would it be a good idea for Scorpio to pursue this? Queen of Cups. Okay, so I think it would be, if you want this to go anywhere, the first thing that you're going to have to do is let this person know how you feel. Empress. Okay. Yeah, the first thing you're going to have to do is let this person know how you feel. I think it might surprise them a little bit at first. It might surprise them a little bit. But if you give this person the chance, if you're able to just like express it and then kind of back away, you know, I think that if this person, they might kind of ignore it at first, you know, but I do feel like if you put that out there and then take a step back and just forget about it. Don't say nothing. You're going to get their mind thinking like, what if? And I do think this person would eventually end up approaching you. I just don't think it's going to be right away. I don't think so. I don't think it would be right away. So yeah, you'd have to be kind of patient with it and, you know, let it be known and then just take a step back and let them process it. It would take them a little bit, but I do think they would eventually end up coming forward. All right. Current person. What's generally happening between Scorpio and the current person? If you're not experiencing any issues or problems with a current person in your life, this is not for you. What's generally happening here? Generally. All right. The Emperor in the reverse. So this is a battle of control here. There's a control problem between the two of you. Magician, Ten of Swords. Yeah. So there's definitely a battle of control between the two of you. And I think there's suspicion of foul play. There could be some foul play here, honestly, but it's definitely suspected. I don't know if it's you suspecting them of foul play, them suspecting you of foul play, but it's definitely suspected between the two of you that there's something shitty and shady going on here. So that's all it's telling me. Ooh, the Death card. I feel like that's you. I do feel like that's you, but this energy that is between the two of you right now is slowly withering away the connection between the two of you. Slowly. Very slowly. So it may not come to an end now. May not come to an end in December. But if this energy isn't processed through and something done to reverse it, it will eventually at some point. It's withering away very slowly. Let's see how this person feels about you and what their true intentions are. How's this person feel about Scorpio? And what are their true intentions? Boo, buddy, boo. Six of Swords. Yeah, they don't want to go nowhere. They don't want to go anywhere, but they do feel the connection getting weaker and weaker and weaker between the two of you. There's a lot of tension. They feel like they're walking on eggshells. Some of you, okay, now I know this isn't going to be everybody, but Nine of Pentacles reversed. There could be some financial codependency. Like, say, for example, you make real good money, and you're wondering if they're just sticking around for the money. Probably. probably. Or maybe they make real good money. They are suspecting that the only reason you're even there is because of the money. You know, something to do with financial codependency. But that can manifest in any way, you know. I do think that that some sort of materialism is very strongly suspected with this person here. Okay. All right. Could be a Leo, by the way. Who do I got here? I got Leo, Gemini, and Aries. All right, let's see if there's an outcome. Is there an outcome here? What's happening? Will it come to an end? Will it pick up and get better? Or will it just stay the same? What's going on? For the rest of the year, by the way. I'm extending this outcome to the rest of the year, November and December. Looks like this is about to come to an end pretty quick, honestly. Yeah. Why, though? Oh, man. You might just end up throwing in the white towel and giving up on this. Two of Swords reversed. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. It's not telling me. Emperor reversed again. Like I said, I feel like it's a battle of control, mainly. I don't know what's happening. If it's just one last argument, one last fight, one last something suddenly, abruptly, and unexpectedly popping off between the two of you. It looks like you're throwing in the white towel and are done with it. Let's get the advice. Woo! Woo! I didn't expect that. That's usually not what comes through when I read the current person. Usually not. Let's see. What's the advice? What's the best advice for Scorpio? What's the best advice? Ooh, 10 of Wands in the reverse. So you don't want to let these things become a burden. Okay? I was just telling, I think it was Libra earlier today. I think it was Libra. Anyway, at a certain point, when we're with somebody, after a certain point, we got to ask ourselves, why do I want you to change who you are? Do I really love you for who you are if I want you to change who you are? You know? Now, again, this is an open-ended question there. I'm not alluding to one answer or another. It's just something to think about. Because obviously, when two people come together, changes are going to need to be made. That's just by default. It doesn't matter if it's your actual fucking life partner the universe picked out for you. Both of you are going to have to go through changes and change and evolve and whatnot. But after a certain point, you know, especially if it's been long term, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, we got to step back and be like, do I accept you for who you are? You know? And after a certain point, if you're not changing what I want you to change, do I take on that burden? Do I take on that burden, or do I just step back and say, okay, well, that's just you. That's just who you are. And especially if we're married, especially. But regardless, whether you're married or not, you're the person that I picked, and can I just accept this? Am I able to, if I'm going to expect you to change who you are, should I maybe invite myself to change my mind? See what I'm saying? These are just some things to think about, dude. Like, I'm getting on you for not changing, but what about me? Can I change my perspective? Can I accept this? You know, these are just some things to think about, dude. Some things to think about. Let me see what else is here. Ooh, 8 of Wands reversed. Okay. Yeah, you're going to want to think about this. You're going to want to really meditate on this. And of course, we got to have a conversation. We got to have a conversation. Okay. Work on, you know what? Emotional independence. You'll notice that the more emotionally independent you are, the less little petty shit will bother you. in your person. You know? Because again, emotional independence does not mean go be alone and isolate yourself. That's what everybody thinks it means. And when you say emotionally independent, people take it the wrong way. That doesn't mean go be alone and isolate yourself away from everybody. What it means is if I wake up one day and I am in a bad emotional state, what's the first thing that I do? Do I run to something outside of myself to be the solution to that problem? You know, do I run to get drunk, or do I run to go get high, or do I run to go spend some money and go shopping, or do I run to a person? Do I run to try to find anything out here to try to fix this problem? No, I don't. I take a step back and say, ooh, my vibe sucks right now. I am not vibing very high right now. Let me get me right. And I go in, I start flipping switches and turning knobs and twisting levers to where I get myself to the point to where my vibration is high. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm content. I don't need anything or anyone out here to create my happiness for me, because it can't. So when we work on becoming emotionally independent, little petty shit outside of us affects us less and less and less. Whenever we figure out how to flip the happiness switch on our own. Oh, so you're in a shitty mood today. Oh, okay, cool, whatever, you do you. I'm gonna flip my happy switch. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so you don't want to listen to me unload my shit? Okay, whatever, I got me. You see what I'm saying? Does this make sense? I don't think this is something that genuinely needs to come to an end right away, unless you are just not feeling it, dude. If you're at that point to where you're like, I'm just not even feeling it, and even if we were to be able to fix this, I'm just really not even interested anymore. Then at that point, okay, by all means, walk out the door. But if you are interested in maybe trying to fix this, just think about some things. Take some things into consideration. Maybe see, and just to ask yourself, again, I'm not alluding one way or the other. Ask yourself, should I change my perception, or should I demand that the outside world change what it's doing? Which one would fit best? Which one would fit best? Is it what's happening, or is the way I'm responding to what's happening? And just think about these things. Meditate on this before you make a decision, okay? All right. Past person. Past person. What's generally happening between Scorpio and the person from the past? Any reconciliation attempts? Any communication? Anything? Ooh, the Emperor. Could be an Aries for some of you. Justice reversed. Wooey, shooey, dooey, and Louie. Both ends of the codependency spectrum came out. Okay. Oh, but for those of you who came to this reading wondering whether or not communication is happening, doesn't look like it. If you're waiting on communication, doesn't look like it. Some of you could be dealing with somebody who's at a distance from you. Now, you know what I'm honestly feeling like? I'm feeling like you are in search of somebody new. I feel like you're more than likely going to end up jumping straight in with somebody new. Yeah. You're jumping straight in with somebody new. I don't think it's anything long term, though. You might date around and talk to a couple of different people, but as far as the past person goes, kind of looks like you're just leaving that in the dust. Yeah, you're getting tired of waiting. And the person you're inquiring about isn't making up their mind. Let's see how they feel about you. By the way, I have Aries, Leo, and Aries and Libra. Okay. Let's see how they feel about you. How's the past person feel about Scorpio? Oh, they do keep an eye on you. This person does keep an eye on you and check up on you. They absolutely do. 2 more. Three of Cups reversed. Ooh, 10 of Cups though. Page of Wands. Ooh, Page of Cups upright. So I'm honestly kind of feeling like this person does want to talk to you with the Page of Cups right here. But I don't feel like they pretty much think that you would ignore them. They feel like you would reject them and ignore them. So that's the reason why they're not reaching out. They're trying to get over this. They're not losing quite as much sleep over it as they once were. Yeah, and well, if I tried to reach out to Scorpio and start a conversation, then they just ignore me. They feel like you would ignore them. Okay, let's get a couple of cards for outcome. At least a couple. A couple of outcome cards. Any action happening here? Communication. Ace of Pentacles reversed. 4 of Cups reversed. Now, what's the advice? What is the advice? Advice, 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 advice. World card reversed. Three of Wands reversed. Okay. Oh, 8 of Cups. Death card. So, I think this is one of those cases where before you have another conversation with this person, you need to find your own closure. You need to find your own closure. People come to me and ask me all the time, will I ever get closure? You don't get closure. You give yourself closure. I mean, I know that we think that closure is something that somebody can bring to you, but it's really not. It's really not. Like there's some cases, even if a person does come to you and try to get closure, it's up to you whether or not you close it out. A lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. You know, somebody reaches out to try to get closure and the other person doesn't close it out at all. They may attempt a reconciliation. That's not closure. That's a reconciliation attempt, you know? Or sometimes they just may not accept what the person has to say, and they could walk away with more questions than answers. Closure isn't something that somebody can bring to you. At the end of the day, even if the person comes to you to get closure, and you do indeed get closure, you're still the one that did it. You're still the one that did it. You know what, though? The majority of the time, I was talking about this a week or so ago. The majority of the time we think we need closure, we don't. You know what's really going on? You haven't accepted the truth. That's what's really going on. You know how much unfinished business is all due to us not accepting the truth? How much unfinished business? Like, you know the answer. You know the truth. You just ain't accepting it. There's no way that they could be that heartless. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. How could they just wake up one day and decide that they didn't just wake up one day and decide that? That's the thing. Obviously, they've been planning it. They were an undercover hater who was planning this the whole time. Think about that. Think about how much unfinished business you have. It's all due to you not accepting the truth about what really happened. What really happened was I was played like a fool. That's what really happened. That's what really happened. You know? What are the good old wise words of some of the people in the truth community? It's easy to con somebody, but it's almost impossible for somebody to admit that they've been conned, because then we're dealing with pride, you know? So I would wait off a little bit. And I would work on finding my own closure before you start a conversation with this person. I would. All right. Now it's time for the new person. What's generally happening between Scorpio and the new person? What's generally happening? What's generally happening between Scorpio and the new person? Things are moving slow. Could be a fire sign for some of you, but it may be a really slow moving fire sign, which doesn't make a lot of sense. That's like a vegetarian tiger, you know, a slow moving fire sign. What are you talking about? All right, anyway, 3 shuffles. 1, 2, whoops. Thank you, Sierra, for that super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. No, love does not suck. You know what sucks? When we get into a relationship that we think is love and it's not. Real love doesn't suck. Real love doesn't. You see the memes floating around all over the place. True, healthy love doesn't hurt. It doesn't. Attachments and expectations are what get us hurt, not love. If it hurts, it's not love. Nope, period. End of discussion. If it hurts, it's not love. All right, speaking of which, there's a lot of nervousness and a lot of anxiety here in this particular connection. There is a big fear of abandonment and a fear of rejection. I don't know who it's coming from. I don't know if it's coming from you or them. I'm really feeling like there's an awful lot more love and emotion here than you know. Is this you? Is this you? Is that you? Man, there could be some disagreements. Some conflicts, some arguments between the two of you. 10 of Cups, reverse though. Ace of Cups, I'm feeling like this person is in love with you. But for some unknown reason, I'm not 100% sure what the reason is, you don't trust this person for some reason. Okay. Well, let's look at their intentions and see if you're right. Let's see. We shall see, said the blind man. What's the new person's true feelings and true intentions? Let's see. Let's see here. What's this person's true feelings and true intentions? Oh, we got a super chat here. Hang on. What's your name? Hold up. Alma? Thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. Appreciate you. Y'all are the ones that keep me going, man. Y'all are the ones that keep me going. Sometimes I get so damn tired of doing this, but little messages like that are what remind me that my job is worthwhile. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right. Ooh, man, this person's in love with you. This person's in love with you. Come on now. Come on now. They're trying to get to know you on a psychological level. On a psychological level, okay? So I think, okay, for some of you, this person may have a lot of options to choose from if they wanted to, but I don't think they want to. Is that what it is? Do you know that this person could have whoever they wanted if they chose to? Okay, well, if that is the case, then I think taking a step back and asking yourself, what is it that I'm really looking for? You know, because that element of trust has to be there. We got another super chat. Jackie, thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. Yeah, we got it. That element of trust has to be there because I don't think that this person has any shady, bad intentions. I think they may have in the past. Maybe for some of you, maybe you've heard something about them in the past. You know, maybe your best friends, cousins, sisters, brother's sister or something said, oh, I dated that person, you know, whatever, 5 years ago and they cheated on me or something like that. You know, you may have heard some bad stories about this person, but I really feel like if this person had a past, they are cleaning their act up. I do think so. Okay, well, let's take a look at the outcome. Outcome time. Eight of Wands in the reverse. Still moving slow. Still moving slow. Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles upright. So things are moving slow, but they're moving forward nonetheless. I don't see this coming to an end. I do not. And I still don't really see you all the way communicating exactly what's on your mind. What's the advice? What's the best advice? What's the best advice? Queen of Pentacles. So no matter what, don't let this new connection come before your other priorities. Okay? Don't do that. Don't let this new connection affect you. If you find it affecting your work or affecting your priorities or whatnot, that's a problem. We got to take a step back and figure out how to trust the process. If you can't figure out how to trust the process, you might want to step away from this because that lack of trust will end up betraying the relationship. You will manifest what you're worried about. You will push them away, you know? And I know trust is a hard thing to do, you know? Here's the sad thing is that most people have never actually met somebody that they can really trust. Most people on the planet don't know what it feels like to actually be able to trust someone. So they start thinking that lack of trust is normal. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not normal. That element of trust has got to be there. And I know it sounds corny. I know it sounds trendy. I know that sounds cliche, but you have no idea how important that is. Very, very important. Thank you, Star, for that super chat. Appreciate you. On that note, I feel like those were the messages that my Scorpio friends needed to hear, so I am going to go ahead and end this video here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and playing along. I'm eternally grateful for all of the love and the support and the positive feedback you guys show me day in and day out every single time I get on here and do this. Makes my job worthwhile here on YouTube, y'all. I greatly appreciate you. Don't forget to look in the description of the video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. And I'm out of here now, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.